This is Eat, Sleep, Invest, the marketing podcast for real estate investors to get more deals.
How many properties do you think an investor needs before they would outsource it to a property manager for the short term?
You know, that's a good question, and it really depends on, I think, the individual investor's goals, right? Because for a while, my partner Andrew and I were managing our own properties, and I realized, that if I would have focused more on acquiring more properties, I'd have been much better off. So it's kind of a situation where, do you want to trip over dollars to pick up pennies? Because you could pay a property manager 20% to management and you sort of lose that income, or you could just go find another house. And if you find that one more house, that one more house is likely going to support, the property manager on too. So I think it's almost, if I wasn't in the business of property management, there's no question I wouldn't even consider managing my own homes. Not one house, not two. With long-term rentals, maybe you hear from your tenant a few times a year, but on short-term rentals, you're hearing from your guest every single check-in, every single check-out, when they can't find the light switch, when they don't know how to work the dishwasher. And you can have lists and guides and guidebooks for everything, but some people just like to ask a human a question, and it's just nonstop.
Right. Yeah. Even on long terms, like I property managed my first couple, and that sucked.
Yeah.
It's like on Saturday, you're getting a call, the sewer's backing up or something. You have to literally stop your day,
right? Get
a plumber when you call, versus you deal with a property manager. It's great. They just call me up. We're good. It just turns into money transaction there versus screwing up your schedule.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've got our business set up now where my partner and I are involved in the business development. And we're involved in sort of the processes and procedures, but the day-to-day is covered by someone at all times, because getting those calls, like you said, on Saturday night, you're at dinner with your wife. It's frustrating when you create a situation where you're the person that has to make things happen, because things have to happen all the time.
Right. Yeah. 100%. Yes. I think property manager is worth its weight in gold.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what's on average? You say 20%? It's what you'd expect to cut?
Yeah, 20%. Some companies do it for less. The big guys, what they do is, they may give you a little bit of a lower percentage, but then they'll kind of jack their cleaning fees up. But for the most part, 20% is a good range.
Yeah, that's fair too, because there's so much cash flow, and like you'll get 5-6 times the cash flow as a long-term rental.
Yeah, without a doubt. I've got properties that, I would probably rent for about $4,000 a month, which, what is that? 1224 is $48,000 a year. And those properties are doing like 110 gross as a short-term rental. You obviously have more expenses. In those situations, you're paying for, you're paying for electric, you're paying for water, you're paying for lawn maintenance, pool maintenance, all the things that you likely wouldn't if you were in a long-term rental. And then there's the labor factor, and then there's also the purchasing of all the furniture, and then the maintenance of all the furniture. So, my partner and I figured out a way that, for our clients, that we handle most of the small stuff, most of like the repairs, any damage and stuff that's done by guests. But either way, an owner's still going to have to shell out money to buy the furniture and sort of maintain a house a little bit more. But at the end of the day, if you're in the right market, it's no comparison. You're going to probably make about 4 times more than you would otherwise.